There are only a handful of players in history who can say they have truly completed football. The best of the best. But what does it really mean to win everything in the sport? The World Cup, the Ballon d'Or, the Champions League, their domestic league, and even a continental title like the Copa America or the Euros. Only a few legends have accomplished this monumental achievement. The first name that probably comes to mind is Lionel Messi. Messi is widely considered the greatest of all time, redefining football with his consistency, breathtaking skill, and an unparalleled ability to dominate at every level. He won the Ballon d'Or a record 8 times, starting when he was just 22 years old. He first claimed the award in 2009, and finally in 2023, consistently proving himself as the best player in the world. At club level, Messi dominated Spanish football with Barcelona, winning 10 La Liga titles, 7 Copa del Rey trophies, and 8 Spanish Super Cups. His influence at Barcelona was immeasurable. European glory is what set Leo apart, though. He won the Champions League 4 times with Barcelona, playing a pivotal role in every campaign. With Argentina, Messi endured years of heartbreak before finally reaching the pinnacle of international success. He won the Copa America twice, first in 2021 and again in 2024. The 2021 victory was particularly emotional for Leo. It was his first major international trophy after coming so close on multiple occasions. But the one thing missing was the World Cup. For years, it was the only argument against him in the GOAT debate. He had come agonizingly close in 2014, carrying Argentina to the final before falling to Germany in extra time. In 2022, in what was likely his final chance, he delivered. Argentina lifted the trophy after a dramatic final against France, where Messi scored twice and converted his penalty in the shootout. It was the perfect ending to his World Cup story. After years of pressure and heartbreak, he had finally conquered the sport's biggest prize. The image of Messi lifting the World Cup trophy became one of the most iconic moments in football history. With that victory, any remaining doubts about his greatness were erased. Messi had done it all. The boy from Rosario who grew up idolizing football legends became the greatest of them all. But while Messi dazzled the world with his dribbling and playmaking, football has always been about goals. And when it comes to goal scoring, few in history could compare to Gerd Müller. Nicknamed Der Bomber, Müller was a goal-scoring machine. His instinct for finding the net made him one of the deadliest strikers in football history. His numbers were staggering. In the 1969-70 season, he scored 38 goals in a single campaign, earning him the Ballon d'Or. That same year, he lit up the World Cup in Mexico, finishing as the tournament's top scorer with 10 goals. However, his dreams of lifting the trophy were cut short when Germany fell to Italy in an unforgettable semi-final, one of the greatest matches in World Cup history. But Müller wasn't one to stay down for long. In the 1974 World Cup final, with the score tied 1-1 against the Netherlands, Müller found the winner, scoring the goal that secured Germany's second World Cup title. At club level, Müller's dominance was just as relentless. He spearheaded Bayern Munich's golden era, winning 4 Bundesliga titles and 4 German Cups. But his true legacy was built on the European stage, where he helped Bayern win 3 consecutive Champions League titles, then known as the European Cup, from 1974 to 1976. Just like Messi at Barcelona, Müller was the face of a dynasty, leading Bayern to continental glory year after year. His international success didn't stop at the World Cup. In 1972, he once again proved his greatness, leading Germany to victory in the Euros. He was the tournament's top scorer and scored twice in the final as Germany defeated the Soviet Union. At that point, Müller had won every major trophy available to him. Yet, despite his incredible achievements, Müller remained somewhat underrated in the broader footballing discourse. Müller perfected the art of scoring, and his record stood the test of time. For years, He held the record for most goals in a calendar year, 85 goals in 1972, until Messi broke it in 2012 with 91. Gerd Müller wasn't just a great striker. He was a relentless force of nature. But while Müller was the goal machine, Germany also had its general in defense. Franz Beckenbauer, the captain of that legendary German side, made him one of the most complete players in football history. Like Müller, he won 3 consecutive Champions League titles with Bayern Munich, and his domestic success was just as impressive. He claimed 4 Bundesliga titles and 4 German Cups. Individually, Beckenbauer stood out in an era filled with legends. He won the Ballon d'Or twice, in 1972 and 1976, and remains the only defender to ever do so. On the international stage, he captained West Germany to their 1974 World Cup victory. But perhaps his most iconic moment came 4 years earlier, in the 1970 World Cup semi-final against Italy, a match known as the Game of the Century. Despite dislocating his shoulder, Beckenbauer refused to leave the pitch, playing through the pain with his arms strapped to his body. His greatness didn't stop as a player, though. Beckenbauer transitioned into management and achieved something only one other man has done. He won the World Cup as both a player and a coach, leading Germany to victory in 1990. Another man who dominated both as a player and a coach was Zinedine Zidane. Zidane brought elegance, vision, and composure to the pitch, making him one of the most technically gifted players in history. Unlike Müller, who thrived on efficiency, or Messi, who blended creativity with relentless goal-scoring, Zidane was an artist. Every touch, turn, and pass felt effortless, as if he played the game at his own pace. His defining moment came in the 1998 World Cup final, where he scored 2 iconic headers to lead France to their first-ever World Cup victory. That same year, he won the Ballon d'Or, joining the elite ranks of players who had conquered both club and international football. At club level, he won league titles in both Italy and Spain, claiming 2 Serie A trophies with Juventus before moving to Real Madrid, where he won La Liga in 2003. But his most legendary moment came in the 2002 Champions League final. With the score tied, Zidane produced one of the greatest goals in football history, a perfect left-footed volley into the top corner against Bayer Leverkusen. That goal secured Madrid's 9th European title and remains one of the most iconic moments in football history. Internationally, Zidane continued his brilliance, leading France to the Euro 2000 title and winning player of the tournament. His ability to control games with his intelligence and technique made him one of the most influential midfielders of all time. Like Beckenbauer, Zidane wasn't just a legendary player. He was a world-class manager. Taking over Real Madrid, he led them to 3 consecutive Champions League titles from 2016 to 2018, an achievement that solidified his place among football's greatest minds. Few have won everything in football as both a player and a coach, but Zidane did it with the same grace that defined his career. If Zidane was known for his elegance, Rivaldo was all about flair and audacity. Rivaldo was a creative genius, capable of scoring some of the most spectacular goals ever seen. In 1999, he dominated Spanish football with Barcelona, winning La Liga and earning the Ballon d'Or after scoring 29 goals and providing 18 assists. He won back-to-back La Liga titles before adding a Serie A title with AC Milan in 2004. His Champions League victory came that same year with Milan, after a dramatic penalty shootout win against Juventus. His career took him to Greece, Brazil, and even Uzbekistan, where he continued to win trophies, proving his winning mentality wherever he played. With Brazil, Rivaldo was unstoppable. He was the best player and top scorer in the 1999 Copa America, leading Brazil to victory. But his greatest triumph came in 2002, when he played a key role in Brazil's World Cup winning squad. Forming a lethal attacking trio with Ronaldo Nazario and Ronaldinho, he scored 5 goals and was instrumental in the team's success. If Rivaldo was known for his unpredictability, Ronaldinho took footballing artistry to an entirely different level. Ronaldinho played with a joy and creativity that made fans across the world fall in love with the game. He wasn't just a footballer, he was an entertainer, dazzling crowds with his dribbling tricks and no-look passes. His peak came in the mid-2000s when he dominated European football with Barcelona. In 2005, his breathtaking performances earned him the Ballon d'Or as he left defenders helpless with his dribbling and vision. He was so mesmerizing that even Real Madrid fans gave him a standing ovation at the Santiago Bernabeu after Barca's 3-0 win against Madrid. His domestic success included back-to-back La Liga titles in 2005 and 2006, along with 2 Spanish Super Cups. But his crowning achievement in club football came in 2006, when he led Barcelona to Champions League glory, defeating Arsenal in the final. At the international level, Ronaldinho was just as magical. He was part of Brazil's victorious 1999 Copa America squad and famously scored a stunning free kick against England in the 2002 World Cup quarter-finals, a goal that defied logic. Brazil went on to lift the trophy. Years after dazzling the world, he found himself in an unexpected chapter, in prison. From Ballon d'Or to behind bars, Ronaldinho truly completed football in every way possible. Just as Ronaldinho's skills made him unforgettable, Ronaldo's resilience made him immortal. O Fenomeno was a striker like no other. He had explosive pace, incredible dribbling, and an unstoppable goal-scoring ability. He won the Ballon d'Or twice, first in 1997 and again in 2002. That same year, he completed one of the greatest comeback stories in football history. After suffering 2 devastating knee injuries that nearly ended his career, he returned just in time for the 2002 World Cup. With the world doubting him, he delivered, scoring 8 goals, including 2 in the final against Germany, to lead Brazil to glory. It was a redemption arc like no other, solidifying his legacy as one of the greatest strikers ever. At club level, Ronaldo dominated across multiple leagues. He won league titles in Spain with Real Madrid and in the Netherlands with PSV. He also claimed the Copa del Rey with Barcelona and the Dutch Cup with PSV. His long-awaited Champions League victory came in 2007 with AC Milan, finally adding the missing piece to his legendary career. With Brazil, he won 2 Copa America titles, finishing as the top scorer in both tournaments. In 2005, his dazzling performances for Barcelona earned him the Ballon d'Or, as he left defenders helpless with his dribbling and skill. His domestic success included back-to-back La Liga titles, along with 2 Spanish Super Cups. In 2006, he led Barcelona to Champions League glory, defeating Arsenal in the final. These players have done it all. From World Cups to Champions League triumphs, they have truly completed football.